Hi there, welcome to the East Current. I hope you all had a good week, and we will have a look at the markets together. A lot went on this week, I think, especially with crypto breaking out of a downward trend. But we will first have a look at the Nikkei. Here's the Nikkei weekly chart. We did manage to close above the 21 daily moving average. However, we closed below the 50-day. We have to follow up on this. It's not a bad chart at the moment, but it's we need to follow up. Chinese broad market still weak. Again, a full candle close below the long-term trend. This is a bear market. KOSPI. KOSPI is interesting. Bounced off the long-term trend. And that is positive for the KOSPI. Large mid-cap India continuing to work its way up. It's above the long-term trend, so nothing really to report here. Europe, strong close, closed above the short-term trend. Nothing to report there. The Stoxx 50, same story. Closed above the moving averages, so there's nothing to report there. FTSE. Hovering around a little bit around all-time high closes, but nothing to report there. The DAX also closing above the short-term moving average, which is positive. The IUSA, the product I buy in Europe to track the US 500 markets. It's we did make a topping tail here, but we still managed to have a positive close there. Then to the American market, the US 500. Well, with all the volatility this week, we still managed to close above all the moving averages, which is still bullish to me. See, there's nothing really bad to report here. Still a good close, we had just a correction. The broad market, well, we touched the short-term moving average and then got back up. So still bullish here. Qs, same story. The dollar, yeah, four weeks of weakness. However, on the long view, we're still in an uptrend since last year. And yeah, it's decision time for the dollar. We have to see what happens next week. TLT still looking very bad. And the bond market's still, yeah, working its way down. It's still in a bear market. Both of the GNK and LQD still not that positive. We have to keep monitoring that. And then we go off to the hot markets, which is Bitcoin. Bitcoin, well, had a very good candle. I must agree with that. We moved up, cut right across the long-term moving average, closed well above, which is very bullish. However, I'm not that keen on entering now. Have to see how this works itself out. If we keep rising, I more expect something like this, come back and then up, but it's too early to tell. Ethereum, same story. We're now on Saturday, they're trading, so Ethereum is down a bit, but yeah, strong market. The yields, well, 10-year yield in Europe closed on an all-time high. Since May 11th or something like that. Japanese GP10Y keep making its way up. US 10Y working itself up. US 30Y all-time close, high close since, well, not an all-time high close, but a high close since 2007. Yeah, so interest rates still in an upward trend. That is, yeah, concerning. It stays concerning. I'll have to follow up with that. Have a look at sugar. Sugar made a good 3 weeks, but we have to see what happens. Probably needs to correct a little bit, going like this, and then it might take off again. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a point to add to this position. I'm not looking to sell now, but I'm looking for a point where to add, probably around here somewhere. Well, that's it for this week. Weekly market recap, a short video, but yeah, again, the proof, you always have to wait for weekly closes. Do not get carried away with day-to-day closes. It's just too volatile, especially for an investor like me. I really think weekly closes hold key to good investments. That's it. Have a nice weekend and greetings from Brussels. Talk to you next week.